Hey guys, just wanted to do a little live mini review of my new BeatsX headphones. I know a lot of people have been asking me kind of what I think of them now that I've gotten them. I ordered them actually at the end of February and on Amazon because I had an Amazon gift card, and it actually took an entire month for me to get them, so that was a little disappointing. But I finally got them about a week and a half ago, and I've had some time to try them out. So this all got started because a few weeks ago I was kind of asking my Facebook friends whether I should go with AirPods or BeatsX. I was kind of having a little bit of a debate between the two. Really wanted something with Apple's W1 chip, because what that does for you is when you pair the Bluetooth headphones, instead of having to go through and manually pair them, you just turn them on and a little thing pops up on your iPhone and you just tap the button to pair and it pairs, which is really awesome. And it then will use your iCloud account to sync across to all your other devices, so that, as soon as I paired my headphones to my iPhone, I was able to go over to my Mac and it was automatically paired, and I could just select it and go. So I really wanted something with that W1 chip. And between the AirPods and the BeatsX, kind of the debate was, the AirPods probably have kind of the most high tech. They're kind of Apple's vision for what they think the future of headphones are. But if you've seen the AirPods, they are just kind of individual headphones. It's like they took the standard Apple earbuds that you get with every iPhone and just disconnected the cord. So the concern there is it might be a little easier to lose. I don't think that'd be such an issue for me. I tend to do a pretty good job of keeping track of the devices and things like keys that I use on a regular basis. But one of the things that was a big deciding factor for me to want to get a pair of headphones that has sort of a wire to them is that a lot of times I'm walking around throughout the day listening to music or a podcast, and a lot of times I don't want to have to when I want to take one earbud out of my ear, I don't want to have to put it in my pocket or putting it. So the nice thing about these is that I and then when I take it out, it just dangles. And so that's kind of a nice thing. Also, they've got this little magnet system so that they magnet together, so that instead of both of them kind of flopping around, they just kind of stick together and kind of form a necklace. So that's kind of nice. One thing that's different too, one of the biggest things that you're going to want to decide or go into your factor for deciding between headphones is how well do they fit in your ear. And so when it comes to Apple's earbuds, you're going to have a range of things where some people find that it fits them perfectly. Other people, it doesn't fit well at all. I'm actually one of those people that the Apple earbuds fit pretty much perfectly in my ear. So it might be the case that in my perfect world, the perfect headphone for me would be, AirPods, but with a cord so that I could kind of let them dangle. And I know there are third-party, cable, straps you can put on them, but that's a little clunky because then you've got to disconnect the strap when you want to charge them and that sort of thing. So I think for me, having something like this where I can wear it and it dangles is kind of the perfect thing for me. But fit was a big issue. I've had this for over a week and a half, and there was a period where I was kind of thinking about returning the BeatsX because I couldn't get a good fit, which is kind of surprising because it actually comes with 4 different size tips that you can put on. And it wasn't until I finally tried the largest one, I guess I have big ear holes, the largest one actually formed a good fit with my ear. And so now I'm thinking, okay, I think this is going to work out for me. So I think I'm going to really like it. The other thing that comes into play is sound quality. And sound quality, everyone's going to have their own view on this. When I asked, hey, what do you guys think about BeatsX for my earbuds to my Facebook feed, a lot of people were like, the sound's not good, it's very bass heavy. And this is the first pair of Beats headphones I've had before, so that was definitely a concern. So far, I like the sound. It is, more bassy than most headphones that I've had before, but it doesn't bother me. I'm a bass player, so for it, before you purchase it, definitely a good idea. The other thing too, it depends on how comfortable you are having things in your ear. For the sound quality to be at its best with the BeatsX, they really have to form a good seal with your ear. So if they don't form a good seal with your ear, the sound quality falls off pretty quick. You lose the bass and mid range, and you just have the high end. So again, I found the earbud accessory that came with it that fits my ears well. So now I can hear the sound really well. So that's going really well for me. The other thing that's really nice about it is it has a fast charge system, so it uses Lightning. This is among the first set of Beats headphones to come with the Lightning port for the charger since Apple purchased Beats a couple years ago. And so most of us have, if you're an iPhone guy anyway, you're going to have plenty of Lightning cables hanging around the house. I keep one at my desk at work, and it also comes with a really short one with the BeatsX. But that's really nice because, again, I've got it at my desk. I can just plug it in. And they say if you plug it in for 5 minutes, you get an extra 2 hours of battery life. And I found that to be pretty accurate. If it's down to like 31%, a lot of times late in the afternoon, I'll plug it in for 5 minutes and I'll unplug it, and I've got 75% battery life again. So there's probably never a time where I plug it and let it sit overnight on the charger to get to that full 100% because, just charging it for 5 minutes once a day or so winds up being really good, for my use. So that's really nice. And it's kind of interesting, this is, Beats, it's an Apple subsidiary. So that means that Apple bought the company a couple years ago. But I think that this is, the BeatsX, the Power Beats 3, and I want to say it was the Beats Solo 3 is the other one now that has the W1 chip like the Earbuds do. And so these are the first ones to come with the Lightning port charger. So it's really Apple starting to put its stamp on things, but it is kind of a weird middle ground between something that obviously Apple had a hand in doing, but also something that is clearly kind of its own company. Another nice thing about the BeatsX as compared to the AirPods is it does have controls here for volume up and down and play pause. And that is nice, but the buttons don't feel as nice to me as they do on Apple's own earpods. The standard earbuds that come with the iPhone, they're fine, but they do feel a little more mushy. Sometimes it's harder to tell I'm really pressing it correctly. And another thing that's kind of very un-Apple-like is the startup and shutdown chime. It plays a little chime when you first turn the headphones on and when you turn them off. That sounds more like something you might hear, like a little jingle at the end of like a cell phone carrier commercial. So that's kind of interesting. But overall, I think I'm liking them. Another thing, as far as the fit, is optionally you can attach these little wings to it as well. So it comes with 4 different earbud tips and 2 sets of wings. By default, the wings are not attached, but I found for my ears it fits a little better if I put them on. So I've got those connected as well. Get them magnetized back together again. You've got kind of these little pods on either side, and presumably the W1 chip is in one of these. But on one side you've got the button for power, and on the other side you've got the Lightning port. I don't know if you can see that there's the Lightning port. So again, really easy to access. And it uses some kind of material that I think, if I was reading, was originally designed by the Navy, that it kind of, you can flex it, but it goes right back into shape, so that's really nice. Initially, one concern I had, let me kind of pop these in, is that, there we go, I'd kind of have it where, this side really stuck to close to my face and this side would swing way out. It's starting to get a little better as I'm using it. I think that was maybe part of the way it was coiled up in the box, kind of made it stick to one side more. But now that it's kind of, I'm kind of breaking it in a little bit, that's a little better. So that way I don't always, hit one side of it or have one side sticking out, more awkwardly far than the other. In general, I kind of like the looks. Again, the looks are going to vary. They come in 4 different colors, which I want to say are white, black, gray, and blue. I chose the white to kind of go with the classic Apple white earbud look, but again, they've got some different color choices, so you can find the color that you like the best. And I think that's it. I think that's it for our little mini review. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, and I'll try to answer them. And thanks for hanging out with me.